What's the best kind of bread? Sourdough, rye, focaccia?
Free.
Huh?
Free bread. Free bread is best bread.
This
is a hot dog is a sandwich.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Yeah, I put ice in my cereal, so what?
That makes no sense.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
What? Welcome to our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, the show we break down the world's biggest food debates. I'm your host, Josh Scherer.
And I'm your host, Nicole Inaidi.
And Nicole, today we are discussing
bread!
A dwindling American export. This is something that millennials have killed.
They really have. Way to go,
many
millennials.
Things.
Way to go.
The free bread at chain restaurants.
It's the best part about chain restaurants.
It's the best part about chain restaurants. It's the best part about going to any restaurant is getting the free bread plate. And now you go to any new independently owned restaurant, especially a place a little higher end, and they got the free bread. The problem is it ain't free. The free bread costs $8 to $12.
Bread service is what they call it.
Bread service. You get your popover rolls. But no. These are the last bastions of American greatness and excess.
That's right.
That they have so much abundance that they just give you their food for free.
It's such a nice thing to do.
It's a nice thing to do. It's like genuinely is. From a hospitality standpoint, it makes you feel loved and welcome. The other ironic part about all this is they filed for bankruptcy. A lot of these places are struggling right now. So now we need to reignite the fire behind all of these chain restaurants and their free bread, Nicole.
I'm ready.
Giving them the publicity that they deserve.
I mean, this is just a question that I've always wanted to answer myself because I love bread and I love free bread.
Yes.
So why not see who has the best free bread available?
And a lot of people have very strong opinions
They
about
really
this.
do. They really, really do. They're very passionate about certain kinds of free breads that we have in front of us at our table.
We have a lot of breads in front of us. Should we just jump into it and get going? Do you have any
Josh.
opinions about these off the bat?
Yes, I am so excited to specifically dive into the Wood Ranch bread because it's almost like, have you ever seen those self-saucing cakes? Have you ever heard? Wood Ranch free bread is like a self-saucing cake because it's dunked in the most luxurious but ludicrously green herb butter ever. And it's so spongy and it soaks it all up. And when you bite into it, it's like a ShamWow of garlic, butter, margarine, herb sauce.
It truly is. It looks dry on the outside. It's like a toad. It absorbs moisture through its skin.
A toad.
You know?
It's so toady.
My money here, I think Olive Garden breadsticks may be like the most overrated bread product of all time. God bless them. Love
They're
the
so
Olive
shiny,
Garden.
though.
They're so shiny. We love that. Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Are biscuits bread?
Biscuits are defined as a quick bread, Nicole,
Okay,
but as you
so
see,
bread.
all of these here are yeasted bread. So this is different, but it is a bread product that they place on your table for free. It deserves a spot here.
Right,
Absolutely.
correct. Also, the honorable mention, the Outback bread. I love how big and dark it is. You know what I mean?
Girthy, too.
It's just so, whenever you like eat there, they like stick a huge knife in
Yeah.
it. And they wouldn't give us the knife. And I didn't want to put a knife out on the table. Have you seen those twins?
It's such a...
Have you seen those twins that were... Do you know what I'm talking about? The twin, Becky knows the twin interview where it's two twins talking about how their mom got carjacked.
I saw it on the timeline, and I decided not to click on it.
Oh,
and
it's
not
so
waste.
good.
They're very coordinated and very Australian. Incredible. Dang it.
Okay.
Well, we were in cleaning our birds and we heard this big bang. We said, oh no, another car accident. And one guy, he was up there with our mum and he went up there and he was coming back down towards us and he goes, run, he's got a gun.
So we have a bunch of breads. We have bread from California Pizza Kitchen. We have Wood Ranch. We have Texas Roadhouse. We have Outback. We have Olive Garden, Red Lobster, and we have Cheesecake Factory. Sorry if we missed your favorite.
Comment your favorites down below and comment how much you hate us and think that we're doing dereliction of duty.
Hey!
No, I'm saying we need to get taken down a peg. We've
I don't
gotten
need
too
to be
confident.
Honey, I've been taken down plenty. I don't need any more of it. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I
CBB,
feel strongly about this.
CBB.
I don't put any additional butter on my Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Give me a butter.
Okay, Nicole's. If Nicole's butter in her biscuit, I'm buttering her biscuit too. Not like that.
Why would you say
has
that?
anyone been assigned to butter your muffin? Okay.
Yum.
The Cheddar Bay biscuit from Red Lobster, it has this beautiful golden hue. You can smell it more than any other bread at this table. There's little chunks of bright orange cheddar cheese. There's flecks of green. Chunks of bright orange, flecks of green. That's what I want in my food.
Sounds like a Sting song from the 90s.
After one bite, I can tell you this is not being beaten.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. You know what I like about this biscuit, though? It's not as baking soda, baking powder heavy as other biscuits, which I appreciate. Because sometimes whenever you bite into biscuits, they are you can taste the leavening agent so strongly. But because of the cheddar and the green flecks in there, you can barely taste it.
How often do you make biscuits?
I never make biscuits.
You never make biscuits?
Why would I make a biscuit? I don't have to make a biscuit.
We work on a cooking show, dude. I've been doing a cooking show for like 5.5 years.
Can you put mine over there? Thank you. I don't need to make. You don't need to eat my biscuit.
Yeah, that was weird. But if there's food in my hand, I want to put it in my mouth.
I really do like the flavor of these, though.
Yeah,
They're
they're excellently seasoned. They're almost like, I wouldn't say almost too salty for a starter, but that's just going to get you to drink more like Captain Morgan Blue Curacao fishbowl, whatever.
True. Yeah.
You know, or order another glass of their $7 House White.
I do detect a film. Now, is that film from the extraneous butter I put on there, or is that from the shellacked margarine on top with the bay seasoning?
That is correct, Nicole. That is the shellacked margarine coating your palate. Yeah, you eat this biscuit. We're talking about the Wood Ranch rolls exuding oil. No, these biscuits are filled with grease.
They are.
But it's solid grease. It's hydrogenated vegetable oil for sure. Don't
Which
think
I
you're using
like.
no butter. It tastes good.
Can I tell you why? Because it melts on contact with the heat of your mouth, and it makes it more pleasant.
It's like rubbing coconut oil in your hands to give your partner a massage, you know? What? That's sensual. That's not sexual. That's not inappropriate to say. You don't give your partner a massage. Like a nice end of day, not like a sexy one.
No. Massages
You know?
are
And
very important.
coconut oil's a good...
It's non-comedogenic.
See?
It's expeller pressed.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about the same thing here. It's a drop biscuit, right? You know the difference between like a drop biscuit and
And a
like
cut biscuit?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They are mass producing these, so how do you know they're drop biscuits? Just because of their irregular shape?
Yeah, they're irregular, lumpy shape, which makes you feel good.
Well,
like
maybe
these
they
are...
exude it out of like a piping bag, but I don't think it's dropped with a spoon.
No, I think it's a robot spoon though. I think it's a big old robot spoon scooping into the batter and going. Plah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Slapping it.
I think so too.
God damn, it's so good.
You love them that much though?
Yeah.
Okay, like what would you rate them like from 1 to 10?
9.3.
I'm gonna give them an 8.
What?
There's two. I think that a bread that is complimentary must be a little bit more bread-like. It is a free. Listen, I'm not complaining. It's free. It's beautiful. It's delicious. Whatever. It's almost like you said. It's too seasoned.
It is like this is a dish.
Yeah, this is like a
This is a
food.
dish.
This is
This is a food, not a
You
bread.
could just sit there and eat these with a side of shrimp scampi, and you'd be good.
They should make like shrimp sliders.
They should.
Chop the shrimp up. Chop like
No, don't
take
chop
the
the shrimp.
worst shrimp,
No, don't chop the
like
shrimp.
the ends of the shrimp.
Oh, you mean the ones that
Just
people
the
don't
tail
eat?
meat.
You
Yeah,
mean the ones that people don't
take
eat?
it off their plate. This is a way for Red Lobster to save money. Go when you do the endless shrimp. I know this new CEO said he's killing that.
He's doing great.
And when asked why, he said, because I can do math. And I think that's hilarious.
That was funny.
But you take the uneaten shrimp tails and you pop the little meats out, mix that with mayonnaise, put it back in the kitchen, sell Cheddar Bay biscuit shrimp salad sliders. I'd buy it.
You know, my dad always taught me how to eat the meat off the tail of the shrimp at a buffet. He's like, this is how you get more bang for your buck.
Smart man.
By eating the tail. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, there's meat in the tail, Nicole. God bless him.
Okay. That averages out, though, to a composite score of 8.65.
You did that in your head?
Yeah, pretty
Wow,
smart.
so smart.
Eat an Olive Garden breadstick.
Okay,
Speaking
no,
of-
split it with me, and whoever gets the big. No, you have to start where I'm
just
starting,
pull?
and whoever gets the bigger piece has their wishes come true.
Dang it.
I want a pony. Okay,
By Genuine. Olive Garden breadstick, also lacquered in grease. And that's not all these breads. Only about half of them are lacquered in grease. Some of these are just bread.
why does mine taste like gasoline? It has a bitter note to it that I wasn't anticipating. Do you taste that bitterness?
I wonder if like they because there is a brushing of some sort of oil-like substance on it.
I'm licking the breadstick.
Nicole is licking the oily substance off the breadstick.
There's something bitter about
She
it.
looks like a cat who has discovered a thing that they're curious about. And then she's gone past the sniffing stage into the licking stage.
My fingers are greasy already.
This does taste weirdly better.
Why is it
also,
bitter?
I'm like, normally there's some.
There's stuff on it.
There's normally like a gritty patina.
A sprinkle, if you will.
You know, like if you've freshly painted an outdoor wall, but like
I've
the
never
wind,
painted an outdoor wall.
But imagine you did, and
But
the
I
paint is
haven't.
still wet. I know, but imagine you're out
But,
there
like-
doing labor, and you paint a wall, but you're like near a sandbox, and the wind blows some sand onto the wet paint. That's the texture that's on top of the Olive Garden breadstick. You know, it does taste like unfermented yeast.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it smells yeasty, like a fresh made dough, which is not what you want because you want that yeast to actually ferment out.
Yeah.
Again, I do think these are the most overrated bread product. I think they're fun, they're iconic, they are endless.
Could you imagine them dipped in a marinara or Alfredo though?
Well, see, that's where we're talking.
But that's
They
not
charge
free.
extra for that.
They charge, and we're not.
And they charge a lot for that.
We're not gonna do that to ourselves. We're all about free 99 here.
What I would do is get a side of ranch to dip these in.
Oh well, yeah. You got listen. When we eat the CPK one, I have a frickin' eulogy for the CPK.
Do you have like a nostalgic bread product of your youth
Yeah,
that isn't
CPK.
represented here though?
No. It was always CPK bread.
I have two. One, I don't know if they're national or if they're regional, but it's called Coco's. Coco's Diner.
Did it
Not to be
have-
confused with Caro's.
Was Coco's logo brown and white, and it had a border around it? Mm-hmm. Never went.
I
Only
used to go there
saw it.
all the time.
That's
Kids
a real
meal,
boomer restaurant.
100%. Used to go there with my boomer ass dad, and he used
super
to get
boomer.
like they had like a year-round turkey gravy and stuffing plate. And my dad would get that, and then he would always complain that there was gristle in the turkey,
So I get it for free.
so he got it for free, even though there wasn't. And sometimes, 3-4 employees, managers would be out here dissecting this turkey.
Wow, they
My
didn't
dad
believe him?
made me going, I swear to God.
It would have been easier if they just believed him.
That's what I'm saying. Anyways,
Believe Josh's dad.
don't. He was trying to scam you. But they had like a combo similar to Cheesecake Factory of like brown bread and white bread. But then they had this like garlic herb butter. It just basically tasted like ranch butter. And I used to just eat tablespoons of it before the chicken strips. That's great. And then another one, local chain Pat and Oscar's much better breadsticks than Olive Garden.
I've never had either of those restaurants.
Oh, Pat and Oscar's, man. Shout out anybody that remembers Pat and Oscar's in Southern California.
Pat and Oscars, not Patton Oscars.
Correct. Pat and Oscar's. I know what you're saying. In this economy, you can have both.
I'm going to give these a 5. Those are pretty brutal.
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
They're not, what is that total? Come on.
4.75.
You're so good at math.
I am good at math. I
Has
did the
Maggie-
SAT math once.
Maggie, has Josh always been good at math?
Yes.
Oh
Why are
my
you asking
God.
Maggie about it? I'm good at math. Why would she know better than you?
Because
We
she's
spent a
like
lot of time together, but-
she's like a third party. Like
Oh.
she doesn't have any like skewed like
Sure. Maggie, don't you like have a math degree?
Computer science.
computer science.
Real bad at math though, but you're better. It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Can you record these for us so we can refer back to them?
I am.
Maggie? Maggie's on top of it.
Maggie, have you always been good at producing?
No.
Which one should we try
Suck
next?
at BuzzFeed days. BuzzFeed era, Maggie sucking. Let's go Outback. I kind of want to save the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm so excited.
And I just can't hide it.
Now is this?
Are you about to lose control and you
No, I
think you
I
like it?
it. Oh my God, is this pumpernickel?
Oh, do they call it pumpernickel? I will say it's got the semolina on the bottom. I love that. This is dense it's dense and wet inside like a cake.
Oh my
I
God.
love me some Outback bread.
You know what it is? They put honey in this or sugar.
Molasses maybe even.
Oh my God, and it's so delectable.
Mm-hmm.
It makes such a soft crumb, but not a wet crumb.
This is a fantastic bread. I want to hollow this bread out and make like not like a good sandwich, but just like a deli meat, ham, Swiss, and honey mustard sandwich on this.
Dip it in the salted butter, quote unquote butter. So good.
Excellent. The whip on the butter, the crumb on the bread, Outback. Do you think this fits the theme of the restaurant? Because I'm trying to think of like Olive Garden breadsticks. That makes sense. You dip it in the marinara. Cheddar Bay biscuits. Maybe. Do they
Kind
fit the
of.
theme of a seafood restaurant? They're not like Southern Red Lobster.
I imagine when I think about going to like a seafood spot, my brain goes to French bread more than biscuits.
Yeah. I don't know
Maybe
what kind of
it's-
bread I'd want with my seafood spot.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm getting like a garlicky shrimp, I want some like crusty bread to
that's
dip
what I'm
it in.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what the French bread. That's where the French
Yeah.
bread comes in. With Outback, I feel like they just created like what Australian food was. Like they didn't do any research. I
100%,
feel like
100%. Outback was started in, I believe, Tampa, Florida, and none of the founders had ever been to Australia.
yeah, so they just kind of came up with whatever, and they're like, yeah, this brown bread is hella Australian, and we're all just like, okay, like right, we'll have some kookaburra wings.
Kookaburra wings, and they're so good.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like I don't think Outback's bread has to fit the theme of Outback for it to be delicious and free bread.
I guess it's interesting because the theme of Outback is Australia.
Yeah.
But the theme of Outback now is just like moderately priced steaks that are pretty good in an established atmosphere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of love that. I had a buddy from Australia who we took him to Outback, and
so
he
funny.
just was cackling the entire time. It's like, Queensland chicken and shrimp. We don't even say shrimp in all of Australia. It's prawns. Also, Queensland is landlocked. We don't make any shrimp.
That's
And he
funny.
was just going off. He was from Queensland too. Or no, sorry, it's not Queensland chicken. It was like Alice Springs shrimp.
Just a random,
And
they literally
Alice
just
Springs,
threw a dart on a map.
Alice
yeah.
Springs is like a mining town in the middle of Australia.
Whatever,
And he was like, what the hell do you mean Alice Springs? You just looked at a map.
Whatever, man.
I know.
But I do love this bread. And how much did I give the Outback?
What? You mean Red Lobster?
Red Lobster. How much did I give Red Lobster?
8.0.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the Outback bread a solid 9.6.
9.6.
It's so delicious.
Wow.
It's good, fresh, delicious. It's not too many frills. It's not too salty. It's just really damn good free bread. That's what it is.
You can even like see the roll on the loaves.
There's a lot of love that goes into
There's
this.
a lot of love that's gone into this, but this is an excellent
care.
bread. I'm going to give this. I'm going to say though, check this out.
What?
Crush it. Crumb doesn't spring back. This
Well,
is a
that's
little bit too much like a cake. I'm giving it an 8.7.
Okay,
It is
well,
great though. It's great.
Well, why don't you go
I'm
ahead
looking for
and
things to complain
why
about
don't you go ahead and squish the biscuit between your fingers if you're going to be so sassy pants McGee about this all?
Look at it. The biscuit
show them.
springs. The biscuit springs back better than the yeasted loaf of bread. That's not normal.
Fine. I'll give you that.
8.7.
For a combined total of math guy.
What did you give it? 9.6?
Yeah.
9.15.
That's correct.
Hey, can we just like go to Vegas and you bet it all on red or something?
Yeah, I don't think math works in that, but that is how I would gamble because I'm like smart enough to average two numbers together
Yeah.
and not nearly smart enough to count cards. So I'm in that weird middle ground where I just go to Vegas and I just slowly lose money. I'm also wildly impulsive.
Yeah, oh my god.
And so rather than like waiting for the odds to be in my favor, I'm like, I got 2-6 in my hand here. What if 3-4-5 comes up on the flop? I'm going all in.
You know, I recently took a test to find out if I'm a sociopath
Okay.
or a psychopath.
Sure.
And I was neither, but I was very impulsive. So it was like normal, impulsive, sociopath, psychopath, was neither sociopath nor psychopath.
Is this a test on the internet or administered by a medical professional?
No, it's an internet test. It's kind of like BuzzFeed quiz. BuzzFeed
Okay.
comes up again. I'm sorry. You should take it. I'm curious.
I took that test once. It was actually administered by a medical professional, and they found out that I'm impulsive.
I'm also.
I'm impulsive by. It's like Logan Paul's
I was gonna say, like-
podcast.
I was going to say, yeah, are you talking
trying to
about
make
the
a-
balls?
Yeah, I thought
Okay,
it was gonna be a quick one and done joke, and then
CPK. I like CPK because it gives you two. I'm sorry. Cheesecake Factory. I like Cheesecake Factory because it gives you two options: brown and white.
CCF.
CCF. Cheesecake Factory. If cheesecake was two separate words.
I think cheesecake should be two separate words.
Okay.
You know,
Whatever.
strawberry cake's not one word. Chocolate cake's not one word.
But cheesecake is one word.
Cheesecake is one word.
Let's go get some cake, and then I take you to go get cheesecake. Would you be upset?
Well, cheesecake is a pie.
Shut up! You're so annoying.
Crab cake is one word or two words? One word. I
Crab
suppose.
cake is two words.
Crab cake is two words.
Crab cake is two words. Cheesecake.
Hot dog is two words.
Is it?
Unless it's used as a verb.
Like your hot dog. You're hot dogging.
You're hot dogging. Like you're like, hey, stop hot dogging on the water skis. You're gonna get hurt.
Okay, I just want everyone to hear the crustiness of this bread. Does that make you feel anything?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Well, because so brown bread for brown bread, Cheesecake Factory versus Outback. Those are the two brown bread hustlers, right?
Right, they are the brownest of breads in the competition.
These are wildly different breads here.
Correct.
Outback's just cake-like, not springing back, no gluten development. Cheesecake Factory, on the other hand, this is a crusty brown bread. And it's got the whole oats on the outside, which what an iconic look for a bread.
Yes, you know what you're getting. You know you're getting whole oats with this.
It's pretty good. I'm eating the brown bread right now from the Cheesecake Factory.
I like the brown bread. I don't like it more than the Outback one, though.
Me neither. This is crustier. It's chewier. Maybe even a little bit sweeter.
Less
which I didn't
fresh,
think you could get.
but less fresh tasting.
Less fresh. Maybe, man, this Outback bread, it's like a hoagie roll. You know, like a hoagie roll, like you don't want a super crusty outside on a hoagie roll because then the hoagie insides are going to spill out of the hoagie roll.
You don't need to keep saying it. I heard you the
Saying
first
what?
time.
Roll?
Hoagie roll.
Oh, hoagie.
Hoagie.
I think the Outback brown bread is better. It's soft. It's softer, which I may have criticized before initially, but wow. Give me the white.
The white is so good.
Really? This is a crusty French bread at the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my God.
Incredible crumb on that bread. Look at that. They have like a crack-a-lan on the outside.
The white bread from Cheesecake Factory might be my favorite.
That's an excellent loaf of bread.
It's sourdough.
Wow.
Good.
I was at a restaurant last night that used, there's always like a great artisanal bakery in Los Angeles that springs up overnight and then suddenly every single restaurant is using their bread.
Are you talking about Bub and Grandma's?
Bub and Grandma's.
How did I know?
Because you live in Los Angeles and you eat a lot of restaurants, and all we do is talk to each other.
You had the opportunity to be so nice to me right now. You just shot me down.
You're very smart.
Bang, bang. I hit the ground.
Bang, bang. But there's something about just like, those breads are always very crusty. It's very crusty, it's very hard, it's very austere. There's something about just like a soft bread that melts in your mouth. Like that sourdough also feels like it has like artificial sour tang in it.
But it's really? You think it's artificial?
Do you get that? I don't know. Is that just ferment?
I think it's just a well-fermented piece of bread.
Because the thing about sourdough bread is interesting because all bread like should be sourdough, right? In a way, like sourdough is called like pain au levain, which just means like naturally yeasted bread, like using a starter, not adding
Not everybody
yeast.
does that.
Not everybody does that, but I'm saying like these commercial sourdoughs, or even what's the one that started Boudin? Or I think they call it Boudin, which is weird.
The low, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the San Francisco sourdough bread company.
So good.
It's so good, and it's like wildly sour. But is that natural, or are they adding?
I'm gonna
sour in there.
Assume that they use. This is an old recipe from like when they opened. That doesn't use any souring agent. It's really good.
This is a great bread.
I know, but the brown bread is lacking, which normally it's not lacking, but this one is. And it's just so nostalgic for me because this was the bread that I would get, and I would dip it in everything. I would dip it in ranch dressing, butter, Parmesan cheese. I'd get the freaking salad dressing, dip it in the balsamic, dip it in the, what's that one salad they had? The Santa Fe salad. This was literally the meal. The bread was the meal. And I loved it.
Santa Fe had such an opportunity to capitalize on their cultural opportunity, and I feel like they didn't do it.
Santa Fe salad dressing was the bomb. It was truly the taste of my
Taco Bell had a Santa Fe chalupa. Like Santa Fe was weirdly the culinary muse of the 90s.
Remember?
You know, Bobby Flay coming out with Southwest everything, black beans and corn.
It's because of Bobby Flay.
Wow. What do you give the bread out of 10?
Damn. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it an 8.4.
I was gonna say 8.3, which is?
Oh my God, 8.35.
You're so smart,
Is that
Nicole.
right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't belittle me.
Okay. Next up.
Texas Roadhouse. I've
still never been and eaten a full proper meal at a Texas Roadhouse. I've tried in Bakersfield, California, and they were just booked out.
Yes.
Booked out.
So fun fact, the closest Texas Roadhouse is 62 miles away, and I had a runner go yesterday and get it for us. So God bless you, Howard. You kind soul.
Oh.
And what? Are you happy? You have to dip it in their special butter. You have to dip
What's
it
like
in,
a spiced apple butter situation?
I think it's a cinnamon butter.
Oh, golly. What are they called? They call these yeast rolls, right?
Oh.
They call these yeast rolls?
I don't know what they call them, but I love it. I think they'll call yeast rolls. Uh-oh. This is the best bread ever.
The European mind cannot comprehend Texas Roadhouse's rolls dipped in butter.
Josh.
And I say that because in every other context, this would be called dessert. This is an incredibly highly sugared. This isn't sugary like normal bread. This is a yeast cake.
Yes, there's a lot of sugar in the Texas Roadhouse.
This is like a Polish yeast cake right? It's wildly sugary. And then you're dipping it in frosting. That's what that whipped butter is called.
Oh my God.
Whipped butter and sugar is called frosting. We've rewritten the rules, Nicole.
Some rules are meant to be unwritten. Is that the Natasha Bedingfield song?
Rules are meant to be unwritten.
That's right.
But it's so sugary and it's so good. But you're eating dessert first.
Oh my God. Who cares?
I moved to disqualify Texas Roadhouse from the free bread offerings.
What?
Offering cake
Josh.
is cheating.
So you mean to tell me that you have a problem with Texas Roadhouse, but you don't have a problem with Cheddar Bay Biscuits? What's wrong with you? Yeah, that's what I think. Why don't you ruminate on that? Why don't you chew your cud and think about that?
I said I will not chew that in front of you or God. But I do cede my point to Nicole. You are correct. If we allow Cheddar Bay Biscuits, we must allow this delightful Polish yeast cake.
I'm giving this a 10.
God, this is delicious. This literally tastes like something an Eastern Bloc grandmother would make.
You know, I was about to not have Texas Roadhouse on this, what is this called? What is it called?
My teeth hurt from the sugar.
What is this called? This ranking. I was about to literally not put them on this ranking board, whatever, but thank God I did because Texas Roadhouse rolls are the most incredible breads I've ever had in my life. They're
heavy.
They're good.
It's heavy and wet with sugar.
Maggie, do you want one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just chuck it at me.
Got him.
Hell yeah.
I'm not. I don't.
some butter.
Yeah, throw the butter at her.
No, not a good idea. You can come get better if you want.
Oh my God, so good. 10.
10? You're giving this a 10?
It is
I
what
don't know
it
if I
is.
can do it, but
You don't need to follow me.
You're starting a meal. You're starting a meal at Texas Roadhouse. You know, you've gotten your 10-ounce New York strip, whatever, come in with your mashed potato, your loaded baked potato. Like, do you want to eat a giant dense cake before that?
Josh, again, we should not be complaining because it is free, and this is the best free thing that they could have put in front of you, no matter what time it is.
That is a great point.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I need to reframe that in my mind. This isn't a starter. This is
Bread.
just a restaurant giving you a free, delicious thing.
They are saying, hello, thank you for entering our domicile. Here are some free things for you to munch on while you peruse our menu. And this is out of all the offerings we've had so far, the Texas Roadhouse rolls with the butter is I thought it was just going to be the butter was going to be the thing that sent it over the edge. The rolls themselves are pretty phenomenal. Maggie really wants that butter. Give her the butter. She's literally eyeing the butter. My poor Maggie.
Thank you.
She hungry.
It's very good.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I'm giving it a 10. You don't need to give it anything if you don't want to. I'm giving it a 10.
You know what this has made me realize?
What's up?
Like a Soviet dessert is an American free commodity that we give to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people would stand in line for this
100%.
in Russia.
That's not a political sense, but I mean, like, this literally feels like an Eastern Europe. If you've ever had those, like, Eastern European, like, dense sort of, like, yeast cakes.
Yes, we have them in Iran, too.
Really?
Yeah.
This is that. And we're giving it away for free. That's American opulence. This
America!
is what Texas Roadhouse. This isn't America. This is Texas. Yeah, I'm giving it a 9.6.
Wow.
Averaging out to a 9.8.
Wow. Texas Roadhouse.
It looks of bread and it tastes of cake. It's incredible.
Welcome to America, honey.
Wow.
What did Marie Antoinette say? Let them eat cake. What do they say in Texas Roadhouse? Eat our rolls, baby. Okay, now it's time for hard pivot.
I feel sick, Miss Nicole.
No,
Can I go home?
Shut up. You have 2 more pieces of bread, dude. Shut up. This is my personal heaven right now, in case you were wondering.
I need a bite of Cheddar Bay Biscuit to reset my palate.
Okay, you need to huff the Wood Ranch roll. Just huff it.
So you ever work in like a big industrial commissary kitchen where you just have like the vats of like butter scented hydrogenated oil? And you have to like empty
How did
those
you know
vats?
that I've also had that experience?
I just assumed.
No, I've never had to empty the vats, but yes, I did walk into many industrial commissaries where there was fake butter all around me. You goat seeing the bread towards me?
Yeah, a little bit. Incredible. So the Wood Ranch rolls, they are so wet with grease. They are like kind of barely cooked. They have a very pale exterior to them, tainted with green.
I'm in nirvana.
They're so light and airy that they're like almost hollow, like a bao de queijo. I'm goatsing it open right now, and I want to fill it with a meatball and close it back up. So we get Wood Ranch catering like once every GMM shoot week, right? I always take 2 of these rolls and I cut them open and I make sliders.
Which is your God-given right.
Thank you.
This is so savory. and so delicious, but I worry the saturation is a little bit off-putting.
I have a question. What if the Texas Roadhouse bread just came drenched in that butter? Because there's a world in which that's the case.
In which butter?
Whatever the sweet cinnamon butter they have is.
I'd be a happy girl.
Well, why are these two drenched?
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's savory. Maybe it's because it's so savory.
It is reeking. It's less well seasoned than the Cheddar Bay biscuit. But
I
that
agree.
said, I don't know if we need the level of seasoning on Cheddar Bay biscuit. Those are wildly salty.
Yeah, they're so salty. These aren't that salty. You like it that much? You can like it. I'm not trying to get in the way of your joy.
This is what I love most about this. Is this like very light crumb structure? It reminds me. There's this Spanish bread. You ever have pan cristal? So it reminds me of like pan cristal. These must be like a super wet, high hydration dough.
You can tell by the lack of what's it called? The lack of I don't know what's wrong with my brain. The lack of continuity between the breads that it's very wet and it kind of takes its own form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not perfectly shaped. They're not cooked in a mold
I really like that, but I'm gonna have to give it a 7.9.
because it's too much for the saturation.
It's too much saturation.
All of these are like very good. I think the weakest showing is Olive Garden.
Yeah,
so far,
they're
for
pretty
sure.
bad.
I give these like a 7.4. They are like a bit much.
Yeah, they're heavy.
But like the actual structure of the roll, if you didn't drench it in this garlic butter,
It would have been great.
I think it's probably better.
If it was served on the side, it probably would have been really good. But
Yeah.
the fun of this bread and this free bread offering is the fact that it is drenched in this delicious butter. It is very good, to be fair. It is very good.
All right, we got one more bread. Nicole, this is your fan favorite.
CPK. CPK, look at this beautiful crusty bread. Look at the webbing. Look at the beautiful gluten structure. Here, I'll give you
Do
this.
they have a name for this bread?
Just free bread. And then you can either get it with butter or dipping oil, but I decided to get the dipping oil because I think it's more iconic. And the colors of the dipping oils and the floaties inside of them has changed throughout the years.
What color did the dipping oil used to be? Pastel?
It used to have like red flakes and then green flakes and then other green flakes and then also like little like dusty particulates of garlic. But now it's all just pretty much dark green, which makes...
Well, with a restaurant like CPK, if you get rid of the red flakes in the dipping oil, that's like $100,000 bonus
I know.
for the CEO.
It's
know
like
what I
an
mean?
it's like an airline where they got rid of the olive and saved like $87,000. I put too much oil in
Drenched
it.
in dipping oil.
I put too much
Hold on.
oil in it.
I'm gonna drip it. I'm gonna smang it with my other piece of bread.
I smanged it. That's how I got pregnant.
Nicole, you can't just say that. My God. This is just a good. This is a good bread. This isn't good free restaurant bread. This is great bread.
I want to make a sandwich with this bread.
Same.
This is the bread I want to put deli meats and cheeses and arugula. And I just want to have a part. This is a good party bread.
I just had Atlantico Vinaio at Coachella, the Italian music festival, Coachella.
I'm most Italian.
But they're the focaccia sandwich, and granted, it was at Coachella, and they weren't baking the focaccia fresh, but like,
Was it with the pistachio and the mortadella?
and let me tell you, it's
So
pretty dang
jealous.
good.
I'm so jealous.
I was watching like Jenny from Blackpink, I was watching Zed eating a mortadella sandwich, fist pumping in the air. But this bread is like that. That's a good little focaccia ciabatta style bread. I'd call that a ciabatta. A little crusty, a lot of webbing on it. Damn, what do you rate it out of 10?
Damn, I think I might give that an 8.6.
I give it a cool 9. That's like an excellent bread.
Excellent bread.
Gives it an 8.8, but we have a clear winner here. Nicole, you want to crown him?
Texas Roadhouse, you guys make the best free bread I've ever eaten in my life. And I've eaten a lot of free bread. But let me tell you, you knocked it out of the park. Way to go. You are worth the 62 miles. You are worth the 100. What's 62 plus 62? You are worth the 124-mile round trip drive for these rolls and for that butter.
Texas Roadhouse, whatever Moldovan grandmother you stole this recipe from, it was well worth it.
Spring always gets me in the mood for fresh starts, cleaning out closets, planting something new, and this year, I'm diving into a new language with Rosetta Stone.
Puedo tener 3 tortillas de maíz y un poco de tinga de pollo, por favor. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre jitomate y tomate? You know what that was, Nicole?
That was you speaking Excellent Spanish.
That was me trying my best. But I think there's something really exciting about the idea of traveling somewhere and actually speaking the language. Ordering food, chatting with locals, it's a totally different experience when you can truly connect, which is why I used Rosetta Stone before going to Mexico recently, and I was able to talk about Oaxacan food with a wonderful chef that I met.
That's so awesome. Rosetta Stone has been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years, and their immersive approach actually helps you absorb and retain a new language naturally, whether you're on your desktop or learning on the go with the app. What I love most is the True Accent speech recognition feature. It gives you real-time feedback on your pronunciation, so you sound way, way more natural. Plus, there's no translation crutch. It trains you to think and speak in your new language from the start.
Tomate es más pequeño y jitomate es más grande. Did you know that?
I was literally Googling jitomate a few days ago trying to find out what a jitomate is. So
And I learned that because I was in Mexico. Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. A Hot Dog is a Sandwich listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's right. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life.
Visit rosettastone.com/hotdog to get started and claim your 50% off today. Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/hotdog and start learning today. Once the temps started rising, I realized I was stuck in the same old summer rotation. Worn out tank tops, faded pants, and nothing that actually made me feel good. So I gave my daily uniform a serious upgrade with Quince. I grabbed their 100% European linen dress. It's lightweight, classic, and somehow makes me feel polished even when I'm just running errands or meeting friends for coffee. I also picked up their Italian leather platform sandals, and they've become my go-to.
Yeah, I get it, man. You can't just wear jorts everywhere. You know, I finally started to evolve my sense of fashion. That's what I love about Quince. They look designer, but they didn't cost a fortune. They work directly with top-tier factories and skip the middlemen, so you get beautiful, high-quality pieces for 50 to 80% less than what you'd pay elsewhere.
From luxe swimwear to timeless linen and premium fabrics, everything feels intentional and ethical, too. Quince only partners with factories using responsible practices.
So treat your closet to a little summer glow-up with Quince. Go to quince.com/hotdog for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
That's QUINCE.com/hotdog to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/hotdog. Josh, are you ready for this or that bread?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Ciabatta or pumpernickel?
Ciabatta.
Ciabatta or rye?
Ciabatta.
Ciabatta or baguette?
Oh, baguette.
Baguette or focaccia?
Focaccia.
Focaccia or sourdough?
Focaccia.
Focaccia or multigrain?
Focaccia, forget about it. Focaccia.
Focaccia or naan?
Naan is great.
Naan or pita?
Naan.
Naan or challah?
Challah, I am a challah bat girl.
Okay, challah or brioche?
Challah by a hair.
Challah or cornbread?
Challah, come on.
Well, Josh, your favorite bread is challah.
I'm a challah chayfi about that. It's like chela.
Such a dork.
All right, Nicole, we've heard what you and I have to say. Now it's time to find out what other wacky ideas are rattling out there in the universe. It's time for a little segment we call
Opinions are like casseroles.
Let's play that first opinion.
Josh and Nicole. Hi there.
What's so funny?
I'm still laughing at the voicemail message greeting there. But
not
anyway,
funny.
I'm trying to solve the debate. My friend thinks I'm weird because I put peanut butter in my cereal in the morning.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And specifically, I dip the spoon in the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then every scoop of cereal that I eat has a little bit of peanut butter on the spoon, and I like that. And I can't eat cereal normally. Like if I would open up a box of Raisin Bran Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I can't eat it without a little scoop of protein or peanut butter on the spoon. Am I weird for this? Thanks. Love the show. Looking forward to listening to the next one. Thanks.
I used to do this.
I used to do this with Nutella.
And cereal?
Nutella and Special K red berries. When I started my My first job ever. They didn't pay me very much money. It was a full-time job at a really nice campus. It was also in Beverly Hills, so all the lunch options around it were wildly expensive.
Right.
But they had like free cereal and milk
That's nice of them.
and little like breads and spreads and stuff. So for lunch almost every day for like the 6 months I worked there, I would have just the biggest bowl of Special K red berries with like a quarter cup scoop of Nutella in there. And I'd be like, well, this is 1,000 calories. I can just get through my work day with this and then go home and eat a dinner.
Let me tell you, I did this for a very long period of time with Honey Bunches of Oats specifically, or Honey Bunches of Oats almond, just any sort of honey bunches. And it is so delicious. And also, like, the way your tooth scrapes the little, like, knob of peanut butter is so satisfying. Because also, like, peanut butter is so fatty, and then the milk is supposed to, like, wash away the fat, but it doesn't always work like that. So you have, like, remnants in your mouth. And I love doing this, and I haven't done it in such a long time, but I'm going to do it later this week for sure because I love cereal right now.
I think Raisin Bran Crunch is a great cereal.
Yeah, it is.
The raisin's kind of evocative of grape jelly a little bit. Get that acid. It's such a fun mouth adventure.
It is.
When you scrape your teeth on that peanut butter, oh man. You got me
so
all
much
worked
fun.
up about this. You're not weird. Well, you are weird, but you're weird in the best way.
You're weird in the way that we're weird. So take that with a grain of, I don't know, salt?
Salt, yeah. You know who they said was
a grain
weird?
of rice. Take that with a grain of rice.
You know who they said was weird was Oppenheimer. And look, you got a movie now.
I was going to say Albert Einstein. They said he was weird, and that guy has like really good hair. So.
Albert Einstein had a wife who he Next opinion, or what are we?
Hi, my name is Dahlia from Eugene, Oregon. My hot food take is that I'm kind of upset that Alfalfa Sprouts took over as like the fancy sprout, and I kind of wish that it had been bean sprouts.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your podcast.
Ugh, I hate bean sprouts.
Really?
I literally.
Oh, they're so fun and woody.
I prefer.
Do you know where the Albert Einstein quote came from? I don't know how we're going to treat that in the edit because I said the F word.
That was the funniest thing.
It's a line from the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, I don't.
Where she's like, you haven't grown up. You don't have a driver's license. You still ride a bike. And he goes, Albert Einstein rode a bike. Then she goes, Albert Einstein had a wife who he...
Oh, I never remembered the...
God, great.
I never remember quotes from movies like that.
Ah, that's a good quote. Alfalfa Sprouts.
I love like a veggie sandwich from like a deli
It's
with
a smear of bad hummus on it.
Oh my God, the way with like raw shredded carrots on it. Oh, I crave that sandwich all the time with like the worst cheese, like the most random, like grossest Swiss ever. Such a good sandwich with the delicious like padding. It's like a padding of that delicious Sprouts. Bean sprouts, I read something that like really like put me over the edge with bean sprouts. So I only get bean sprouts from places that blanch their bean sprouts because I heard that like raw bean sprouts can cause like indigestion or like listeria or something.
Oh yeah, sprouts, alfalfa sprouts too though. But all sprouts, I think it's just they grow in such a wet environment that there's so much bacteria.
They
trapped in
harbor
there.
a lot of bacteria.
Apparently they're like quite dangerous. However, that doesn't factor into any of my food decisions. I just eat with abandon. I ate a hot dog by the LA River at like 3 a.m. on Saturday. Street hot dog, open salsas.
Oh, that's fine.
Like a mango salsa.
I like doing that stuff too.
Yeah.
But like for some reason, for like bean sprouts in my mind have been implanted in there, and I can't take it out. But I love sprouts, and I need to eat more sprouts.
I just don't
Actually,
think
I'm not
substitute
supposed to eat
goods.
sprouts. I shouldn't be eating sprouts.
No,
I can't
for
eat
the baby.
sprouts. Yeah, can't eat
Can't eat sprouts for the baby.
Can't eat sprouts for the baby.
So you should have a dark beer though.
I'm gonna, whenever I'm ready to like start breastfeeding, I'm going to harbor so much malt beverages.
Yes.
I'm gonna house so much malt.
I'm
gonna smell like a beer factory.
Hell yeah. I know where you're coming from in the bean sprouts thing, but I don't think they're substitute goods. I think alfalfa sprouts, they have a different spreading. You know, they spread across the sandwich differently.
They have a different spreading.
They spread across the sandwich differently.
It's a web.
It's a web, and that's what I think you want in that sandwich.
I agree.
You know, but bean sprouts, absolutely time and place.
I need to get better about eating more bean sprouts later.
Hi, I'm Jana from Alabama. Thank you so much for the podcast. It makes my Wednesday much better. I enjoy all things food, particularly etymology and the history of food.
Oh, fun.
Serious food question. When did eggs become part of a crawfish boil? I've only seen it in the past few years.
Interesting.
But I've been doing crawfish boils my entire life. So I wondered when eggs came into play, couldn't really find anything on the internet, and thought you might want to pipe in on that. I love the show. I love learning, and I love laughing with you guys. Thank you. Y'all continue the good work. Bye.
So sweet.
One, thank you. That's very sweet. I would bet money.
I think it has. Can I interject?
I think we got the same idea.
Okay, say it at the same time.
Vietnamese people.
Cajun food.
Yeah, I didn't know. You didn't give me a countdown.
Viet.
I would bet. So one of the big explosions of these like crawfish or seafood boil chains, like boiling crab, kicking crab, whatever they're called.
Right.
Boiling crab's a big one in our area, at least.
Love boiling crab.
And a lot of places have copied their model. They are Viet Cajun, and another thing that separates them is the use of garlic butter, which is a very Vietnamese thing. A lot of French influence. Butter's really big in Vietnamese cooking. I would bet the eggs are also a Viet Cajun introduction because there's so many like braised, seasoned egg, like whole boiled egg dishes in Vietnamese cuisine.
A lot. There are
Thinking
a lot.
of like tit kha, stuff like that. Here's the thing though.
What's up?
I would rather they would be quail eggs in the Cajun boil.
Oh, well, who's going to do that?
I know. Well, you go to a lot of Vietnamese restaurants, there's a lot of quail eggs, and I love quail eggs.
I also
dude.
love quail eggs.
It's a whole little bite-sized hard-boiled egg.
Canned quail eggs, though, they do have a funk, and you need to blanch the quail eggs.
Yeah.
If you don't blanch the quail eggs once they are removed from the can, they do have a canny taste.
Yeah, canning eggs is tough.
But who's gonna sit there and peel a bunch of freshly hard-boiled quail eggs? Not.
We've tried it.
boiled
It
eggs.
is annoying.
It is a blunder.
But yeah, that's a really funny thing that I never thought about because I always grew up with eggs just sort of being in it.
Me too.
You know, but also I grew up with just like wet, garlic, buttery seafood boils, which I can't imagine them without it. I mean, I can. I've had like legit southern seafood boils that are just delightful. It's just filled with the seasoning from the boiling water. But man.
Vietnamese people made Cajun seafood boils better.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that.
Good things happen when cultures mix.
Yeah, like me and Josh.
Yeah.
He's so much cooler now.
I really am. I used to be so lame.
Such a dork.
Such a dork.
Well, that was extremely sensual.
Yes,
thank you.
Josh,
not
you
funny.
are my hero in the kitchen, dude. I just wanted to tell you, Nicole, you're also very awesome. My hot take, I guess, is the best way to eat a bag of chips is to crunch them in little tiny bits and then flavor blast that MF right in your mouth like hardcore. All one bite, just go. Get it. Anyway, love you guys. Keep on doing what you're doing.
I can't believe
Bye.
Danny McBride has our number.
I think it was Patrick Mahomes. There are very few foods that you can do one action to drastically increase the flavor per square inch. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't take a steak and in one fell swoop. Well, maybe you could blend it, but even then, I don't think it would.
I don't think it would be pleasant.
No, but chips. If you want to dial up the flavor experience, all you got to do is crunch them into a dust, and you can fit more in your mouth.
Yeah, but half of the fun of eating a chip is crunching it.
I would agree with that, but also there's the little treat at the end of the bag where you pull the bag, you get the chip crumbs isolated in the corner, and you go,
Sure.
and you shake it in your mouth like a dog.
like a hungry dog.
Like a hound dog.
Yeah.
But that said, here's my counterpoint. To me, that last little chip shaken flavor blast is only as special as it is because of the scarcity.
Yes, Josh.
You know?
Yes, I agree with you.
You know, you need to have the blander chips, which are still, again, more hyper seasoned than any person at any point in history, including like 40 years ago, could have ever imagined a food to be.
It's like a Jordan almond.
You know?
Do you know what I mean? You got to have the bitter with the sweet. You got to have the bland for the flavor blasted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you think of that metaphor, you think of Jordan almonds as your first go-to?
Jordan almonds is where the thing you must have the bitter with the sweet comes from.
What?
What?
Really?
Where would it be from?
I don't, like, anywhere in
El
history?
dolce y
You're telling me Jordan almonds are like a very hard candy-covered almond.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
There's like a slogan just for
Jordan almond
almonds?
bitter with the sweet. Or is that what you're Googling? What are you Googling?
Jordan almonds slogan bitter sweet.
Well, now I feel stupid.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, anyways.
Help me, somebody. Somebody help me.
Jordan almonds are thought to be a fertility symbol due to their egg shape. They're also thought to represent the bittersweet nature of life. That's fun.
Okay, point
Oh,
for
do you have them at weddings?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
What?
So the almonds are the bitter.
Yes.
Are almonds bitter? I know like they are. Anyways, the point is, you have a good point. But it can't be all the time.
But I would not do what you do because I need that dichotomy in my chip eating.
Frankly, we can't do what you do. Only you can do what you do, and only you can be you. Was that inspiring?
I like the...
Comment below if that was inspiring to you. Well, on that note, Nicole.
What's up?
Thank you so much for stopping by Hot Dogs and Sandwich. We got new episodes for you every Wednesday, audio. Every Sunday, the video comes out over on YouTube.
If you want to be featured on Opinions or like Casseroles, hit us up at 833-DOG-POD1. We'd love to hear your voice and tell us how our voices are.
And if you like to more than our voices, but rather whole images, sometimes of our full bodies, you can see that on our videos of YouTube as well as where we are on YouTube. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.